大家好. Hello everyone, it's Emily from Dig Mandarin. If you're new to studying Chinese, you might be wondering, what's the fastest way to learn Mandarin? Well, as a language learner and instructor, I can confidently say it's impossible to learn a language in one day, especially Mandarin. However, there are some strategies and exercises you can adopt to make your study plan the most efficient. Luckily for you, I'm going to share my 9 tips on how to learn Mandarin quickly and efficiently. These are tips I have implemented into my own study plan, and I can assure you they are going to improve your Mandarin without making you go crazy. And you can thank me for these tips by giving this video a thumbs up. And without further ado, I present to you the 9 tips for learning Mandarin. Tip number 1. Do some basic research. The Chinese saying 磨到不误砍柴工 means the more preparation, the faster the work will get done. Much of the Chinese language is grounded in aspects of Chinese culture and history, so doing your research will help with memory and comprehension of the language. And I know you're busy, and reading a heavy textbook of China's thousands of years of history and culture does not sound interesting or efficient. And the good news is, you don't have to, because you were born in the era of technology, and all you need to do is a quick search on YouTube or a Google search to find some blog posts that will help you to pinpoint the aspects of Chinese language and culture that are most necessary for learning. And even simpler, you can go to Dig Mandarin's website and scroll through our YouTube channel to find some videos and blog posts that are most interesting to you. As a beginner, you should know the difference between traditional and simplified characters. And if you don't, a quick Google search should provide you with the answer. And while you're at it, look up the difference between Cantonese and Mandarin. Find out which one is most widely spoken and which one will be most helpful to you. Do your research. Knowing simplified characters will not be as useful if you plan on spending a lot of time in Hong Kong or Taiwan. And speaking Cantonese will be next to useless if you're doing business in Beijing. Doing your research will help you to develop a specialized learning plan. And this, you guessed it, will make learning Mandarin quicker and efficient. Tip number 2, lay a solid foundation. You are sabotaging yourself if you ignore the fundamental parts of the language such as pinyin, tones, stroke order, and characters. These are extremely boring, but they are extremely important. Having a foundation, which includes these boring topics, will make learning so much easier for you in the long run. If you plan on using Mandarin for school or work, learning how to read and write pinyin will make learning a lot faster and easier. Tones will save you from a lot of embarrassing situations. When I started learning Mandarin, I practiced saying the tones every day, just even in the shower. Ah, 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 ah. Just over and over. 1 minute a day is all you need to master the tones, and it is so worth it. Stroke order is another thing that seems tedious, but it's also very important. If you plan to teach English in China and you write anything in Mandarin in front of your students, they will laugh at you for using the wrong stroke order. These things seem so minute in the beginning, but overall, these fundamentals will save you a lot of miscommunication and embarrassment. So learn the basics. Tip number 3, learn the sentence order. Here's some good news. Chinese grammar is so easy, but don't take the lack of conjugations and gender agreement for granted. Sometimes the sentence structures can be confusing, and you can get tangled in a web of words quite quickly if you do not study your sentence patterns. The most basic is subject, verb, object. This will help you get across what you want to say clearly. Once you've mastered this, you can start building to something like this. I like to think of Chinese grammar as a puzzle. Once you have the vocabulary word, all you need to do is just figure out where it goes in the sentence. Tip number 4, make word webs. There are thousands of characters in the Chinese language that repeat themselves and can change meaning when combined with another character. Making word webs will help you to remember these characters and the words that you can make with them. Take, for example, the character 球. This can be combined with 篮 to make basketball or 羽毛 to make badminton. This is a fun way to help you visualize the words. There are thousands of characters, so grouping them together makes the task of learning them a little less daunting. Tip number 5, spend some time to find the right materials. This goes back to the question of why are you learning Chinese? Whether you're trying to speak with clients or coworkers, or studying for the HSK, or just learning for fun, you are going to need quality materials. Invest a little time into researching different tutors, books, and websites and apps to find the one that will serve your purpose best. There are plenty of textbooks on Amazon, and you can find podcasts on Spotify. You can even sign up for an online course with Coursera. Feel free to also check out Dig Mandarin's website. We have plenty of videos, blog posts, and learning materials that will help you to learn. All your materials are in one place, and that is what I call efficiency. Tip number 6, find a study buddy or buddies. Studying is always more fun with friends, and this way you can compare notes and practice speaking. If you want a more professional learning companion, you can always hire a tutor. There are many websites that can provide you with virtual tutors, or you can search for one in your hometown. Taking an online course can help you if you're struggling with motivation. Having deadlines can help you to stay focused and reach your goals faster. Online websites can put you in touch with a native speaker partner without even having to go to China. Click the link in the box down below to read Dig Mandarin's comparison of in-person and online training. And while you're down there, let us know which you prefer, online or in person. Tip number 7, use it or lose it. Once you start learning Mandarin, don't stop. You'd be surprised with how quickly you'll forget your Chinese if you take a break for a week or more. Dedicate just 10 minutes a day to reviewing vocabulary and sentence structures. Most importantly, speak it. There is a rhythm to speaking Chinese that we are not used to when speaking English. So not practicing your speaking for a long time can make you lose this rhythm and your Chinese will not sound fluent. Also, Chinese uses different muscles to speak that we don't often use in English or any other languages. Practicing speaking every day, just by speaking to yourself, can help you to establish that muscle memory and will help your Chinese sound more authentic and fluent. No one expects you to say it perfectly, so just blurt it out. The point at which I saw my Mandarin get better was when I stopped caring about making mistakes. I practiced saying it aloud around others who could also speak Mandarin, and they will help you to correct your mistakes, and they will be happy to help. If you say something wrong, it's not the end of the world. It's just the beginning of your language journey. So try speaking Chinese as often as you can. Tip number 8, sign up for a Chinese test. There is a whole alphabet soup of Chinese tests out there. You can take YCT, HSK, BCT, OPI. These are all tests that will evaluate your Mandarin. Having that goal will help you to stay motivated and keep practicing. Tests like HSK will evaluate your reading, writing, and listening. So using HSK study materials will help you to balance your Chinese skills. Even if you don't take the test, you will become a better reader, writer, and listener just by preparing. This will also help you to determine the aspect you struggle with the most. And from this, you can alter your study plan accordingly. Based on Canakin law, only if we strengthen the weak parts can we step forward into the next higher level. If you're interested in the HSK, Dig Mandarin also has a video about it. You can click on it in the link down below. Tip number 9, live the language. I cannot express to you how much your Chinese will improve if you go to China and immerse yourself in the language. Not only are you more motivated because you have to learn the language, you will also get a sense of the authentic language. You will learn words and expressions that you cannot find in a textbook or an online business Chinese course. If you are serious about learning Chinese, go to China. However, if you don't have the luxury of being able to pack up your life and move halfway across the world, there are ways to immerse yourself in the language at home. You can listen to Chinese music or watch Chinese TV shows. You can get a tutor or a pen pal that will help you immerse yourself in the language. Get your Chinese friends WeChat and only text them in Chinese. You will learn much faster this way. And here's your bonus tip. Have fun. Don't think of learning Chinese as a job. It's fun and exciting. There are not many native English speakers that can also speak Chinese, so you are amazing just for trying. Get creative and find ways to remember the characters and sentence patterns. Draw pictures and learn calligraphy. Learning Chinese is a long journey, but it doesn't have to be boring and you can still enjoy it. Let us know in the comments down below what creative ways you like to study Chinese. How do you make learning Chinese fun? Dig Mandarin is dedicated to helping you learn quickly and as painlessly as possible. You are welcome to check out our website for more Chinese tips that fit your needs. Hit the subscribe button and the bell to turn on notifications. And give this video a like if you enjoyed listening to me speak as much as I love learning Chinese. See you in the next video. Happy studying. 再见.